Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have our good friend, recurring guest, future Hall of Famer, Dan Haren. We talked to him about baseball, some really heartbreaking news. I'll just say that. Just be ready.
R.I.P. Bernie.
If you're in the car with your kids. Some really tough stuff to talk to him about, but we got through it. We are going to, all the people who listen to this podcast, we're going to shoulder some of the grief that Dan is going through. Make sure you listen to it, though. Always awesome to have Dan back on. We're going to talk a little Kentucky Derby because turns out maybe some steroids at play, which there's nothing funnier than a horse doing steroids, and we have a steroid issue, and it's going back to like when we bullied Nyquist offline on Twitter. We have Who's Back of the Week. We have some segments, DK Metcalf, Elon Musk, Dogecoin, and we're brought to you by our friends at Chevy. The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. It is the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Silverado that is strong, advanced, dependable, hardworking, and Silverado, the new Silverado, is the biggest, boldest, and most commanding truck out there. This truck turns heads. It is a partner with grit and determination, and anything is possible, and Silverado is a partner on that. Whether you're looking for a beautiful new truck for tailgating, hauling, towing, it's going to be boat season soon, off-roading, moving day.
In Green Bay.
Yep, helping out your friend or family member, road trips. The Chevy Silverado has it all. It is the greatest truck that's ever been created. I've driven a Chevy Silverado. I can attest to it. It gets my stamp of approval, and we're still running our deal. If you whisper ever so slightly into a Chevy dealership's salesperson's ear and say PMT, just going to say PMT, you will get a full tank of gas, a cup of coffee, and $100 cash just for buying a Chevy Silverado. You have to buy the Chevy Silverado.
$100 off.
No, it's cash. We changed it.
They've got bills?
They keep changing it so that we get people activated.
Okay, so it's the brand new deal then. We've got a brand new promo code.
Brand new deal. So check it out, the Chevy Silverado.
Regular unleaded, though. Don't try to get greedy and ask for premium.
Seriously, the best truck ever. It is the best truck ever created. We love the Chevy Silverado. It is the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. So if you're someone who's out there looking for the gritty truck, the hard-working truck, well, Chevy Silverado is what you need to go for. So go check them out, Chevy Silverado. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Bar Stool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by the Chevy Silverado. Go buy a Chevy Silverado right now. Today is Monday, May 10th, and we have something we have to discuss in this studio. Let me just play the audio real quick so that people can...
I'm the best of the office! I am the best one here! Fights back! Losing Jake Allen, what a great match!
Best in the office. He's a great competitor. This is my day. I wasn't letting the Nets steal that.
21-18, Jake.
So,
I am the best.
Wait. Oh, it's playing again.
I'm the best of the office! I am the best one here!
So, you're probably saying to yourself, hey, didn't this happen on Thursday? Well, you can feel the tension in this studio, and a funny thing happened on Thursday when we taped. I think we had equal amounts of embarrassment, Jake by becoming the number one alpha on the show, and Hank by being Jake's straight-up bitch. So we're now, by the way, Girl Boss Energy, revoked.
Transferred, yeah.
Revoked.
Jake's got it now.
No longer has it. I don't know how to proceed. This has been on my mind all weekend, that Jake Marsh, our darling Jake, is a stone-cold killer. Fellas?
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I feel bad for Hank.
Oh my God, shut up, Jake.
That makes it so much worse. I love it.
I had zero intention of him getting humiliated the last 3 days. Zero.
my God.
It just happened. It just happened.
And he knows that too.
I love how every time Jake apologizes,
That's not true.
He's
It's way worse.
He's trying to be serious, and I think in his heart of hearts, he's coming from a good place. But when you say things like
It does it when we play too. It's
I did not mean
extremely
for Hank to get totally emasculated.
Yeah, I'm sorry that
by
your feelings
me.
got hurt, bitch.
Wow,
I like
we have our own rage monster on part of my take now.
I likened it to when they show when like a serial killer gets caught and they interview the neighbors, and the neighbors are like, "Yeah, no, he's a totally normal guy. Like, saw him walking the dog. Like, always waved to us. Yeah, he kept to himself a little bit." That's what I felt when I watched Jake scream and dominate Hank. I didn't know that was inside of you.
It comes out from time to time. I've seen it once or twice.
But to
It's there.
that level.
He's very
And
competitive.
I had
Ooh.
also beat him. Jack McCarthy beat him previously, so I was obviously in his ear being like, "Oh, you were
felt
good,
the
but you're
pressure.
kind of washed."
Right.
And then he felt the pressure
okay,
bad.
let me give some context here.
I'm the best in the office.
I'm the best one here.
I'm the best. Is Pete Weber?
It is.
We have our new Pete Weber moment.
Can you
I
imagine?
entered-
Can you imagine if Tom Wilson did that?
No.
The fines and suspensions that everybody would call. They'd say kill him.
Play the Pete Weber clip real quick.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
Real quick. Okay, now go, Jake.
Yeah, so entering Thursday's match, my record was 11-2, but I knew if I lost, it would have been my first time losing consecutive matches. And the moment Hank had an opportunity to say I was no longer the best, he would have ran away with it. So I knew if I lost back to back, right? So I knew it was an elephant in the room. But I knew I'm 12-2 now. I'm the best freaking one here.
All right, so but how do we proceed? Because Hank is your bitch. You should actually have him on a leash.
No.
No, I mean we're gonna play.
good.
We're gonna run it back a few weeks from now. It's a long-standing rivalry. I used to be PFT. I destroyed him. We had to bring in some.
What are you talking about? I beat you the last time we played.
Now we have Jake.
Hank, you're on like an ice cold losing streak to everybody that you need to be beating.
All I'll say is what hurts the most, as much as it hurt losing to Jake, there was a person who was 5 for 5 going into the last contest in the Play Barstool Jackpot. If I had gone, I lost
really
21-18.
They were the real loser?
I lost 21-18. If I had just got one more point and lost 21-19, he would have won $1,500.
Hank,
And-
I saw some of those returns that you were hitting straight into the net. It was Jake didn't win that. You choked that one away.
Wait, can we play the audio just one more time of Jake? Because I think people don't really understand this.
Yeah! I'm the best in the office. I am the best one here.
Are you guys going to be okay?
We're fine.
Well, I know you're fine, Jake. You're the one who alphaed him. You took your fucking balls out and shoved them down Hank's mouth. Like he can't. We know you're fine, Hank.
I mean, it's a regular season game. You got a little too emotional for a regular season game. We'll see what it's like.
All
in
right,
the
start the
tournament.
freaking tournament then.
Yeah.
I think you guys. I think you guys need to hug it out.
PFT.
When
I
it counts,
think
I'll
that
be
just
PFT.
answered
I'll
my
be
question.
Jake. I'll
Hug
be
it out,
Big Cat,
bitch.
That
Liam,
just answered my
anyone in
question
here.
that they're not fine.
They're not fine at all.
They are not fine.
I'm actually a little bit worried about Hank. I am. I think that he's beaten himself up pretty bad over this. You can see in his eyes. Hank, you've got dead eyes right now.
I was a dead eyes.
I looked up a list of ways to improve your self-esteem and self-confidence. Be nice to yourself is number one. I don't think that you're giving yourself space to admit that it's okay that you got completely emasculated by our darling Jake.
Hey, Hank, it's okay to not be okay.
Hank, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
I think I
It's
just
not
might
your
need
fault.
to, I have to see Jake every day, and you guys rub it in my face every day. Like maybe I need.
I'm not rubbing it in your face.
Maybe
I'm
I
just
need a
stating
few
facts.
days off.
Like I don't think it's. Oh yeah, you need a vacation. Listen, I'm not rubbing
just
it in your
saying,
face.
you know.
I just want you. To me, as a friend, I need to tell you what everyone else around the office is saying. You weren't here on Friday, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, Hank is Jake's bitch." So I'm just conveying that message because I don't want you to hear it from someone else.
Well, yeah, I might just, you might not see me around the office too much in the next, the coming days. I'm not feeling too good right now. I can feel it coming on.
I would say the only good thing that would come out of this is I would assume Norman is not turned on by you anymore.
Nope.
No, in fact,
and I'm a single dog dad this week, so I got to deal with that.
Yeah, because Rhea's living at Jake's house now.
No, she's in California.
It was if Normie was around, if Normie sees Jake,
like 10 minutes into the show, there's so much stuff happened this weekend.
Normie's going to think that Jake's
so
his
much
owner.
stuff happened
Hank.
this weekend.
All right, here, number 8 on the list. Celebrate the small stuff, Hank. Celebrate the little things. You got the podcast out on time.
We think.
Hopefully.
And the Stool Streams video got 1 million views, so that was great.
There you go.
Awesome.
It was absolutely great for the interactions on Twitter.
And
you're building a very strong brand if all it consists of is just you getting bitched all the time.
Well, no,
right.
It was me destroying you for like 9 months.
Credit to you, Hank, for putting out
that never happened.
Credit to you for putting out a podcast where you're just repeatedly called a bitch, which actually that kind of makes you the ultimate. Never mind.
Yeah,
Hank, whatever. Credit to you.
Put this podcast out, bitch. Put my voice on the internet, bitch.
Okay, let's talk some topics.
This one's coming out at like 3 a.m.
I'm sorry, Hank. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No,
I feel bad.
You're not.
That actually is the way worst part is that Jake is so nice.
And he was already in the video. He was like, "Oh, the net. I wasn't going to let the net beat me." Like, no, I was beating you. It wasn't the net.
No, you were beating me, but those 2 points, 18, 16, back to back, same exact thing. You were even laughing.
It's patronizing.
I do think that Hank should start taking steroids.
Yes, I'm with you. I'll do it with you.
You need to match Jake's rage.
Yeah, I'll do it with you. Either way, Jake is our new boss. So welcome, Jake.
No, I know my role. I'm a supporting player.
You're the best in the office.
You're just making it so much worse
here.
for Hank right
You're the best one here.
I am the best one here.
All right, let's talk
At table tennis.
at table tennis, which is it's
the
not
regular
ping pong,
season.
it's table tennis.
But what other way do you have to crown the master of an office than who's best at ping pong? Mm-hmm. That's really in America. If you have a ping pong table in the break room, the person who's king of that table is also king of the office.
Best in the office. I'm the best one here. All right, let's talk. Since we just mentioned steroids, let's talk about the big story from the weekend. Bob Baffert and his horse Medina Spirit might have cheated in the Kentucky Derby. This story fucking rules.
Well, I put the blame on the horse. You can't just make excuses.
The horse did the steroids.
Horse likes doing drugs.
Yes.
Obviously,
It's a junkie.
As our 45th president called it, it's a junkie horse. Mm-hmm. And I think it should be forced to race in the last 2 legs of the Triple Crown, but it should have actually just a syringe tattooed on its side. It doesn't get a number anymore.
Done.
It's number S for steroids.
It is not lost on me the simple fact that I finally did win the Kentucky Derby, and I talked about it ad nauseum for the days afterwards. And then that one win has a huge asterisk because Bob Baffert is addicted to shooting his horses up with steroids. I am going to defend Bob Baffert, though, in the simple fact that his defense is so hilarious and out there that I think we have to become Bob Baffert stans.
He just said, it's really weird that all my horses keep getting busted for steroids. That's very unusual.
So here's the quote that Bob Baffert had. He said, "It's disturbing. It's an injustice to the horse. I don't know what's going on in racing right now, but there's something not right. I don't feel embarrassed. I feel like I was wronged. We're going to do our own investigation. We're going to be transparent with the Racing Commission like we've always been. He's a great horse. He doesn't deserve this. He ran a gallant race." And then he went on to say, "I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I know everybody is not out to get me. But," which that's such a great wind up for a but. "I know everyone's not out to get me. But there's definitely something wrong. Why is this happening to me? You know there's problems in racing, but it's not Bob Baffert."
Jesus.
That is so great.
It's perfect because he essentially put together a great prosecution of himself. He's doing a very good job, but then he ends it by saying, "But it's not true." Listen, I admit this looks bad. He's got a suppository and his hand is 3/4 of the way up Medina Spirit's asshole. And he's like, "This looks bad. I can explain."
Why does this keep happening to me? Why do my horses keep testing positive for banned substances? And then when you drop the third person, that's such a power move on everyone. Look, there's a lot of problems here with horse racing. It's not Bob Baffert, says Bob Baffert.
I think this goes back to my old theory of you never trust a man with transition lenses. Mm-hmm. That's the person is up to something shady.
Yes.
Once you reach the stage in life where you commit to becoming a transition lens guy, and that's the only thing that's part of your brand, your image, I'd be shocked if you weren't spending your days and nights drugging racehorses.
I have one little note to that. I agree with you. Don't trust a man with transition lenses unless they're sitting at your blackjack table. They will give you good advice.
True.
They absolutely will tell you the right move. A guy in transition. Then when you get up, they'll probably pip, pickpocket you because you want to. But in the moment, that is where you can trust a transition lens fella
or Bruce Arians.
He
counts too.
But even still, he drinks paint. I don't know.
I think his just turned from light to dark. It's like a mood ring for Bruce, depending on what his blood alcohol level is.
I just love that Bob Baffert actually got in front of everyone and was like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I know everybody is not out to get me, but there's definitely something wrong. Why is this happening?
I got a dumb question. Why is it illegal to give a horse steroids? Well, was it steroids? This is why I kind of wish that we had he who shall not be named in the studio right now to walk us through. He could just take a look at Medina Spirit's nipples and tell us exactly what it was taking.
So I think the substance he tested positive for is not banned, but it was an elevated level, and also you have to have it cleared like a couple weeks before, and like Adderall.
Like an Adderall prescription
in the NFL.
Football, yeah.
Right. So, and this is also something he got a horse at the Kentucky Oaks, I think it was last year, maybe the year before. That did happen where he tested positive, and that horse got kicked out of the Kentucky Oaks. So it's happened like 4 or 5 times, I think, to Bob Baffert in the last couple of years. Again, not a conspiracy theorist.
I like how
why do bad things just keep happening to him?
I like his main point is just for the horse.
Yeah.
He feels bad that the horse's family is getting dragged into this now.
He's being called a junkie.
The junkie horse.
The junkie horse.
I looked. I don't see him on Twitter. I don't think Medina Spirit has a Twitter account because I was just going to tweet gifs of Elmer's school glue at it all day today. See if we can get it offline. I think that we need. It might be a societal problem.
Yeah.
Do horses or other animals take recreational drugs? Like is that a thing that's found in nature?
I bet you, they eat like hemp or something.
Koalas eat, what is it, eucalyptus, and they just get high in the
or
tree
mushrooms.
All day?
Yeah, why not?
I just wonder if there are actual junky animals that like to stay high all the time.
Yeah, probably. There's got.
Respect.
I mean, yeah, right. There's got to be like some dogs out there that just like to chill.
For sure.
I always, whenever I see someone who is pretty much like, I'm not going to say 100%. That Bob Baffert did this, but let's say 99, right? Because that's what all common sense says. I like to go think about the alternate universe here and what a conspiracy theory would look like as like someone, a nefarious figure running around horse barns in America's greatest racetracks and shooting up horses right before races, specifically Bob Baffert's horse. That's a hilarious concept.
I mean, all signs point to Papa John.
Yeah.
In a circumstance like this. He's in Louisville.
He's
got all the money. He's probably, if you're going to look at Papa John and be like, this guy doesn't gamble on horse racing, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I think it would be him probably just him. I was going to say another college basketball coach, but I think I'm not going to say that.
Nope.
I'm not going to say the other Kentucky guy.
Nope.
But yeah, it would be very funny if there was a massive conspiracy.
It's just
to do nothing else but just to fuck with Bob Baffert.
Right.
It's not like you have a money-making enterprise behind ruining this guy's name.
Right. Like whenever you see these things that people are like, oh, I'm being screwed. I don't know how this keeps happening. How funny would it be if just once the person was correct that there actually is a conspiracy theory against him. And even though he looks completely culpable in this situation, it's like, no, someone is actually trying to take down Bob Baffert by putting a fucking needle in the horses right before race time.
I also like that they called him to hold himself to account in front of the Kentucky Colonels.
Yes.
They should have all the Kentucky Colonels do just a trial by fire on Bob Baffert to see if he's a witch or not.
Yes. As for winnings, to quote the great Jim Calhoun, not a dime back. I will not be giving a dime back. I know I saw some people demanding that I give my money back.
I would have matched it if you had given it back.
That's not going to happen. Not a dime back. I watched that press conference this morning again.
Considering that you're the highest paid state employee and there's a $2 billion budget deficit,
yep.
Do you think that...
Not a dime back.
Not a dime back?
Not a dime back. I'd like to be retired someday. I'm getting tired.
1.6 million is enough?
I'm sorry?
1.5 million?
I make a lot more than that.
You do?
Yeah.
Someday we got to get him on because him saying when the reporter's like, we found out you make $1.6 million a year, and he says, oh, I make a hell of a lot more than that. He said that in a fucking press conference, like right in someone's fucking face. So not a dime back.
I honestly think that a steroid scandal would be great for horse racing.
Yeah. Well, no. Horse racing's in trouble.
Big Cat, we're talking about horse racing.
People want to strike.
This is bad.
People are trying to convince people to not bet horses anymore.
Yeah, horse racing's in trouble like in general,
I know
because
there
horses are dying.
There was that one track that had like 10 horses.
We're in a
die.
precarious spot in horse racing in America. I think it's one of those sports that people are starting to be like, maybe we don't need. I love horse racing, so I think that this is not the scandal we need. We're talking about it. No, but it's not good talk. This is not good talk. This is the haters are going to be like, see, this is a fucked up sport. Like, they need to clean it up. They need to get rid of it. It's not a good talk.
I think they should let him race in the other legs of the Triple Crown. I really
we'll see
do.
if they'll. I mean, it will be weird if Medina Spirit. I guess there's an appeal going on right now. But either way, the second place horse is not running in the Preakness. So the second place horse would be named the Kentucky Derby champion, and then still wouldn't run in the Preakness. So the Triple Crown would be dead right there.
Well, would it be a Triple Crown if it did run in the Preakness and then at Belmont?
I think so. Technically,
that would be an amazing the asterisk Triple Crown.
The weirdest one, yeah.
Okay, I might not be in favor of actually giving horses drugs against their will.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm going to stand on that table.
It's not good.
But on the other hand, I would tune in and watch if Medina Spirit was racing in the other legs.
Yeah, 100%. No, of course. Or here's what they should do.
They should have police horses arrest Medina Spirit and escort him into jail.
That too.
Give him a jail cell.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is if they don't let Medina Spirit run, they should have like Bob Baffert should have Medina Spirit run a timed race exactly the same length at the exact same time that the Preakness runs
by himself
on like Fox.
I like that.
That would be great. Then you're the bad boy of racing.
You're creating your own super league.
Yes, right, exactly. That would be a way to get people to talk about.
I like that. I just think it's coincidental how like all these horses started doing drugs. With Lil Nas X started talking about riding his horse.
It's true.
Where are the fathers, big cat?
It's true. All right. So what else do we? So we're going to talk DK Metcalf and Elon Musk SNL after Dan Haren. As for other sports stories, we had another no-hitter this weekend, which I'm getting no-hittered out. Yeah. We're going to talk to Dan a little bit about it, but I'm getting no-hittered out. Yeah, it doesn't even register on the radar for me.
There was a 7-inning no-hitter, even though we're not calling it that, though, right?
But I felt like 15 years ago, like, oh, no-hitter watch, like, oh, let's put it up on ESPN and we'll sit there and watch the last few innings. If someone told me there was a no-hitter and it was a team other than the Cubs, like in the 8th inning, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, let me know how it goes.
It's become slang for like, this is a boring game.
Yeah,
don't watch me. Why would I watch that? I want to watch the game where every pitch is getting hit.
Well, it's also just like the thing I'm more interested in is how did he not have a perfect game? Like how many walks did he have? Like the one against the Orioles pitcher, was it John Means, I think his name is? I might have screwed up that name. He actually had a no-hitter, and it would have been a perfect game, but the catcher dropped a third strike in the 3rd inning. Mm-hmm. That's like a horrible way to lose a perfect game.
Yeah, there was the perfect game out in Colorado, right? Was that Angel Hernandez at first base?
Detroit.
Oh, no, that was a different umpire. But, yeah, he was one who was like, I kicked the shit out of that call. I'm sorry. I feel sick for this guy.
Yes.
By the way, a very nice, touching tweet came out earlier today from the Major League Umpires Association.
Jim Joyce.
Which is Jim Joyce, that's right. Which is like my favorite association, just in general, because they made a shield for themselves, which is like an umpire's mask on a shield.
I like that.
They protect their own shield. They just tweeted out like Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there from Major League Baseball umpires.
I love
that. It was
that.
touching.
I love the pink bats.
Yeah.
I love the pink catchers really get to swag out more than anyone else.
Yeah, they look
it's not really fair.
They looked like they were going
like goalies.
Yeah.
Yes. It was like they, with all the like pink stuff that the catchers were wearing, they looked like hunters when you go out in the woods and you have to like, they're MILF hunters today.
Yes.
They were MILF hunters. And it was like, was it Molina that had the entire pink get up
he's
from top to bottom?
Extra, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
In general, he just fucking makes it all about himself.
Okay.
They should allow position players to wear catcher gear once a year.
I agree.
Like, imagine a third baseman wearing catcher's gear trying to maneuver.
It'd be very funny.
That would be very
funny.
Or
a pitcher.
Yeah, both teams have to do it at the equal, so it's totally equal. And then just, everyone just tries to hit them.
Is there a rule that prevents batters from wearing catcher's gear? When they step up to the plate? Like Barry Bonds
kind of did, yeah. Yeah,
but like, can you go up there wearing a face mask?
That would be
the
funny.
Astros should be doing that this year.
I had a idea for a dumb baseball rule on Fridays. It's they should allow. We might have even said this like 5 years ago, but they should allow runners to intercept passes.
Yeah,
So if you caught the ball, you're not out.
Yes. Like
how sick would that be?
Like when you were playing kickball as a kid.
Right. So, like, if you think that you're not going to be safe, you just turn around and try to catch the ball. You got to catch it cleanly, though.
On the other hand, you should also be able to hit a batter or hit a base runner with the ball and they're out.
In the head counts as 2.
No headshots.
No headshots count as 2.
But then you have to determine whether they ducked into getting hit in the head. That was probably the start of like 90% of all playground fights. Were like, no, this guy ducked into the throw on the kickball field.
It was targeting before targeting.
I wasn't going after his head intentionally.
Yeah, we were just replaying it was a terrible foreshadow of our entire like college football watching experience in 2021 was being like, did he duck or what was the intention here?
Exactly, yeah. I think it probably got us pretty well prepared to eventually be replay officials.
Yes, absolutely. NBA, we're just getting ready for the playoffs. It feels very weird. I don't know why they did this. I know why they started late, but I don't know why they just didn't do a shorter schedule, because I watch, like, I'll flip on the NBA and I'll watch the Bulls are going to do a classic thing where they make the playoffs, and then they fuck everything else over. But no one's playing defense right now down the stretch. No one wants to be out there right now down the stretch. Just get to the playoffs. And the only other thing I had on the NBA is Luka Doncic is getting very close to being like a dirty player.
He just took my who's back.
Shit.
What do you do?
All right, well, wait, let me say it. Let me say Who's Back of the Week is brought to you by our friends at the Cash App. The Cash App is the best place on the internet. It's the best app ever. You can link your bank account directly to the Cash App. You can send money to friends, family. You can buy stock. You can buy Bitcoin. You can do it all with the Cash App. It is the best. It is Who Is Back. And if you put in promo code Barstool, you get $10 for free. $10 for free. $10 to the ASPCA. So go download the Cash App right now and use that. Download it at the App Store or Google Play Store today. Use that code Barstool. Buy some Bitcoin. Altcoins or cryptocurrency is the hottest thing ever. We're going to talk about Dogecoin after Dan Haren, but you can buy Bitcoin with the Cash App. So go right now, download the Cash App, and get going with the Cash App. Hank.
Who's back? I have a couple. First one was Rory McIlroy.
We just said we were going to talk about Luka.
Well, yeah, I was getting my first one out of the way.
We'll do Luka.
Okay, Rory's back. And my second
why is Rory back?
He won his first tournament in 18 months. I think
that was Hank trying to sneaky get a little bit of power back.
It was, and it was also Hank.
What?
I'm sure Hank knew what my
second
who's back was going to be, which is going to be
back.
Rory, and Hank stole another one of my who's backs again.
Yeah, good. I'm happy.
Who's back? Hank stealing my who's backs.
Yeah, just go first. My who's back is...
my first who's back is Rory. He won this weekend. Bryson DeChambeau
When was the last time he won?
Missed it was 18 months ago. I never
What's
really... I didn't know... I don't know. I didn't,
Wells Fargo.
It was the Wells Fargo.
Thank you,
was the last event he won.
This was the Wells Fargo, Hank.
Right.
You're wrong.
Which was the last one he won?
It was the one that was 18 months ago, so it was the Winter Classic.
Right.
What was it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've always wondered about Rory, like, why don't people root for Rory to be back like they do for Spieth? Because Rory was the best golfer in the world.
I don't think...
2019 World Golf Championships, HSBC Championship.
There you go.
I think from the little I do know, I think it's Rory became bad, but he's not like a total head case like Jordan Spieth. Also, I think Rory got married. He got almost married, and then he got broke up, right?
That's right, yeah.
Caroline Wozniacki, right? And then he got married. Right, there was that whole thing that breakup had something to do with it. And then he got married, so everyone's like, oh, he got married, he's not going to win anymore. Whereas Jordan Spieth's like, oh, he just honestly can't take two steps without yelling at himself.
Spieth is younger.
That's my best explanation, and it probably is 100% wrong.
Because Rory's the guy that I put a bet on him to win every single major tournament. He's like the last guy that I add in at the end of my card.
Yeah.
I'm like, because what if this is the time that he becomes back?
Right.
Finally. But
right.
I feel like maybe he's the Jordan Spieth of Northern Ireland. Mm-hmm. Like they talk about him over there. Like we talk about old JS.
Well, no, he's the MJ of Northern Ireland. He's the guy.
But MJ...
I don't even think they even talk about... Like, I don't think they can talk badly about him.
He's still that important?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He's also small.
Yeah.
People don't realize that about
Rory. But he's
Rory.
also kind of big.
He's like 5'6" and jacked.
But kind of, sneaky big.
Yeah.
Like he got jacked.
It's a good who's back, PFT. Real legend.
Thanks.
My second who's back is nut smashing.
Oh.
Luka Doncic got ejected today. I think it's his second ejection in a week.
Yeah.
For nut smashing Colin Sexton.
He is getting And he also,
and it was a pretty clear, like you watched the video,
clear.
like he turned around with intent to just smash the guy's balls. It
He
wasn't.
wound
It
up.
wasn't a Marcus Smart.
It was very
accidental.
clear. Oh, well, that was
instant replay cameras trying to make it look worse than it was. This was a clear and decisive nut smash.
It was very clear, and Luka has the double whammy of if he decides to go the dirty route, he already gets people mad at him because he complains about every call. So like you can't, then you just become Chris Paul. If you're dirty and you complain about every call, you got to do one or the other.
So at least Delly didn't really complain about calls,
Right? Like
because
Marcus Smart doesn't
calls
complain
anyways.
about calls, does he? Like
No.
he doesn't. He's not doing that constantly.
Never embellishes.
No.
And doing the like resting like bitch face of like why is this going against me again?
Right, he's not that emotional out there.
Right.
This was if I were to rank nut taps, this is probably like, I don't know, 8.9. It was solid.
pretty bad.
He wound
He
up.
tried to stop himself at the very, very, very last second, but it was way too late.
He must have. Colin Sexton must have just. I don't know what he did. Probably just frustrated him to a point. I mean, you just can't do that.
The look
you
on
can't do it.
the look on Luka's face after the officials get together and talk it over and decide to eject him is priceless.
It is weird.
It's like a mix. It looks like he's watching himself on film, being like, "I can't believe I did that."
We need to, as men, start to stand up against like dick punchers like this more often. Like,
I
if
agree.
you ask me, what Luka did to Colin Sexton was way worse than what Tom Wilson did.
Agreed.
Like, I'm being serious though. Why as men do we not defend each other's testicles and penis?
I think that we should, because in the case of this, like, it's the coward's way out, because it's just like it's the easiest way to inflict a lot of pain. You don't have to be good at fighting. You
Right.
don't have to be stronger than the other guy.
And it also can
It's just
really,
a tactical strike.
It could really hurt someone for like 10 to 15 minutes, where they like feel
Well,
like they got to fart but they can't.
Forget about just hurting the person that you're hitting. What about the emotional pain that gets inflicted on every guy that watches it?
Yes.
Because every guy and you wince.
This is why
I feel like Luka Doncic hit me in the testicles.
This is why I wish Bob Lee was still alive, because we should have an entire like E60 about nut tapping and how it's one of the biggest health scares that we've had in professional sports,
It's the new
similar to CTE.
It's the new concussion.
Yeah, it's
for
not
sure.
CTE's worse, but if we're looking for a new thing,
Chronic testicular encephalopathy.
let's be honest, Roger Goodell has solved CTE. That shit is in the past. He figured that whole thing out, figured out a way for us to all just stop talking about concussions.
Well,
like, at all.
now we're just going bananas over his chair.
Yeah, I mean, it's really incredible that he was able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about nut taps? What about dick punches? It's not right.
We came to a consensus on this podcast about 5 years ago that we had to stop. We were going down
Yeah,
a
no, you
dark
almost
path.
killed me. You almost killed
We
me.
were going down a very dangerous path for a while. We were hanging with the wrong crowd. And we had a little back and forth where Big Cat and I would sack tap each other once a week. And then I went a little too hard one time, and I felt bad. You
That
laid down
hurt.
on the sidewalk.
That was by far the most painful nut tap dick punch I've
Yeah.
ever received. And every guy, if you're over the age of 25 and you haven't been like nut tapped or dick punched at least 50 times, that means you just don't have friends.
Right.
But yeah, like it was so painful.
Can you imagine it if we hadn't stopped and we just kept it? You probably wouldn't have kids.
No, it would be, no, I don't want to think about that. Because it was, whenever you got to that age where you realize how funny it was very, very funny, but it also was really painful.
Yeah.
And it was years and years of just having that reflex of like, oh, fuck.
Would you rather be pants, dick, and balls, or sack tap directly on your right testicle? At like a moderate amount of power, like the one I gave to you in.
No, that was a lot of power, and you got everything.
I'm strong. I'm sorry.
Probably pants.
I'd rather be pants.
Probably pants. Yeah. Or let me throw in one more. Marry, fuck, kill. Pantsed. Punched in the balls as hard as possible. Have Jake Marsh completely alpha you in your entire life.
I think I would rather. I would
Pantsed.
I would fuck getting pantsed. I would marry Jake Marsh yelling at Hank. I want that to continue for the rest of my. Till death do I part with that one.
NFT.
We should NFT Jake.
We should
doing that.
NFT that.
Yeah, that moment needs to live on.
I'll personally spend all my money on it.
I've gotten a lot of merch requests too.
I am the
And
best
why
one
are
here.
we not doing that? We need it. All right. Either way, is that all your who's back, Hank?
Yeah.
Good job, Hank. I like those.
Do you have yours?
Thanks.
Yeah, so obviously Rory was a big who's back of the week after he won the Wells Fargo after 18 months when he last won the World Golf Championship. My second who's back is UNC women's field hockey.
Oh,
They're
hell
back.
yeah.
They just won their third national title in a row.
Was that yours, Jake?
It was one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just beat Michigan. It was golden goal.
Yeah. Do you think that UNC women's field hockey is bad for women's field hockey because they're too dominant?
I don't think so. They're always in the mix, though. Because I was waiting for the lacrosse selection show to go on. And
ask me in 2 years.
that.
Okay.
Because I just am now being aware of the fact they're on a three-peat.
What's a dynasty now?
Right, so
A
ask me in
three-peat
2
dynasty.
years.
Okay.
This was their third.
Third
right?
in a row.
Okay, yeah.
So if they win one more in the next 2 years, at that point, I think they become a problem.
No, yeah, if they win
Bad for the
both.
sport.
If they go 5 in a row, that's bad for the sport.
Very bad for the sport. My other who's back of the week is Canelo. Canelo's back to Ginger. He broke the other dude's orbital bone. Mm-hmm. That was a nasty uppercut. And also, you forget how satisfying it is to watch just straight up body blows.
Yes.
Just like kidney punches.
It's also, obviously, Canelo Alvarez is the top of the fight game, but it's so funny watching him move and the fact that there are real people out there who are like, Jake Paul's a legit boxer.
Yeah.
Like, no. They're completely different athletes.
Well, I've never seen Canelo take another man's hat.
I wish this wasn't a no duh, but it actually has to be said because there are real people out there who are like, Jake Paul might just fuck around and win all the belts.
Uh-huh.
Like, no, he won't.
He would get his ass kicked. He would have his ribs broken. But there's something.
He would never touch him. That's the part. It's not even that Canelo would hurt Jake Paul. Jake Paul wouldn't be able to punch Canelo Alvarez. He just wouldn't.
The way that he moves his head around in the ring honestly, it's hypnotizing.
Yes.
If you're trying to fight against him, there's no difference between that and staring at a Magic Eye poster. You get confused watching his head move around.
Yes. All right. My who's back are animated hot dads. We thought about doing Monday reading of this, but it's like way too long. Too long, New York Times. But it was basically an article about our animated dads getting hotter, an investigation. This one guy basically decided that Pixar has changed the animated dad game and has made all these animated dads really hot. Not like Smoke Bros, but just they're a combination of their looks and their emotional vulnerability.
Yeah, who do you think is the hottest dad? Animated.
I'm
going to go with the old guy from Up. It looks like Joe Paterno.
Peter Griffin.
He's just such a nice guy.
Peter Griffin.
He's hot.
Hank Hill.
Yeah. But he's got tiny ass, though.
Yeah,
great ass.
No, he's got tiny ass. But,
inspiring ass.
Hank, you know what we should do? We should get you butt implants.
Yeah,
they're back.
I made that suggestion on this show not but a week ago.
They're back.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It's true. We should do it. Well, so I initially was going to say the stakes for our next lost bet should be, like, if you lose, you'll have to get butt implants, but I think that you actually want to get butt implants.
No. Definitely not.
No?
I'm not, dying to get butt implants by any means whatsoever.
You just said you suggested it.
Yeah, I did. But that doesn't mean I want to do it.
It'd be kind of cool of you, so we'd have an awesome ass to
call
look
you
at.
Cake Marsh.
I bring my breasts to the show every single day.
It's true.
Why don't you bring a nice ass?
It's because they're
donk.
It's $2,500 a cheek.
That's not bad, actually. That's very affordable.
Dude, once we sell the NFT of Jake just fucking... you'll have so much money.
If we use Jake dominating you to finance your new ass.
Maybe.
That would be a great way for you to come back.
How'd you pay for it? Well, how much time you got?
Well, I would never say they're fake, obviously.
Right, of course, of course. Either way, I don't like that they're now making animated dads hot because, everyone's got daddy issues. It seems like it seems problematic.
It's also, it leads to improper expectations.
Yes, correct.
So, if they're going to... now I'm actually kind of seeing how every male has been conditioned to look at women. Mm-hmm. It's actually
don't go too far.
I got to stop. It's going to be problematic, Big Cat, because every woman's going to see a hot older dad with unrealistic body expectations, and every girl is going to be like, "How come my husband doesn't look like that?" And it's not fair because real guys, our bodies change as we get older.
Correct.
Okay, you can't expect us to have perfectly formulated butts, thighs, pecs, arms, shoulders. It doesn't work like that.
And also, really emotionally there.
Yeah, definitely not that one.
Mm-hmm. The persecution of dudes continues.
Yes,
let's just say that.
It's extremely sad.
It's very sad. Jake, our last Who's Back of the Week before we get to Dan Haren. And then we're going to talk Elon Musk and DK Metcalf on the other side.
Bobby Valentine. He's running for mayor of Stamford, Connecticut. Stamford with an M.
He invented the rap.
And also, I actually was thinking about putting Bobby Valentine on my Who's Back for a different reason.
What did he do?
Joe Madden got ejected from a game on Saturday, and I saw a picture. I couldn't find it, like the actual... One person tweeted me that he basically went to the stands, and he was in the stands after, and it made me think of Bobby Valentine coming back with the
glasses and the mustache.
Yeah, right. So that's weird.
Are you allowed to do that?
Wavelength.
Are you allowed
I don't know.
buy a ticket to the game and come in?
No, I think you're ejected from the game.
From the stadium?
I think so.
The umpires control what happens on the field of play and in the dugouts. I don't think they control the stands.
No. Ump ejected, I know for a fact, Steve McMichael, who unfortunately, he just actually announced that he has ALS and he's battling that Mongo from the 85 Bears after singing the 7th inning stretch and criticizing the ump. The ump, ejected him.
From the press box.
Yes.
I love that.
Marshawn Lynch got ejected from a game and then watched in the stands a few years ago.
Okay.
That's just Marshawn. Marshawn Lynch can literally do anything. He's allowed to do whatever he wants.
I also think it's different when you're the coach giving signs and shit.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you can look it up, though. Mongo got ejected by Angel Hernandez.
I like that. I like Bobby Valentine being back, though. Politics is good when Bobby Valentine's getting
He's currently the athletic director at Sacred Heart in Connecticut.
Interesting. Okay. And he did invent the rap, which is such an awesome thing to say, I invented the rap. You see that? Do you think he walks up to people?
Do we believe that?
I'm
fully giving him credit for it.
Have to give him credit, because that's something that even if he didn't, the fact that he had the wherewithal to say he invented the rap is genius in its own right, because how can you... it's not like the pizza, or even the pizza or the hamburger. I'm sure you can contest it, but the rap is just a shittier sandwich. It's not like you didn't do anything great.
It's more portable... And it's slightly healthier, but it's not as healthy as people want you to believe it is.
I eat wraps. I like wraps. But you can't tell me that a wrap is better than a sandwich with good bread.
No, and
it never is.
And there's a brand new wrap industrial complex where restaurants have 7 or 8 different kinds of wraps.
Right.
And it's actually just as unhealthy as eating a sandwich at this point.
Correct.
But since it's a wrap, it feels
lighter. Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's not.
That's my diet, actually.
Right.
My diet is
wraps.
I eat wraps for dinner.
But it's a worse version of a sandwich.
It is a worse version.
It's like eating froyo. I love frozen yogurt, but ice cream is still better.
Yeah,
it tastes better. It's just better.
You know, I invented dipping chicken fingers into a mixture of barbecue and buffalo sauce.
That's funny because I invented
barbecue.
I invented something where at the end of the night I have my Listerine and NyQuil together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
What do you call it?
Listerquil.
Nyquiline.
Yeah, Nyquiline. Yeah. So we're kind of the smartest people ever. But back to Bobby Valentine. Do you think he goes up to people who are just eating a wrap and he's like, "You like that? You know who invented it?"
For sure.
You're looking at him.
It honestly sounds like something that a grandfather would make up as a lie to tell his grandkid, just fucking around with him one day. And the kid got so impressed that he's like, you know what, I'm going to ride this. I'm going to see how long I can ride this lie out.
It sounds like a Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. Mm-hmm. And he's walking around looking for credit for it, and no one will give him credit.
Yeah, well, who's going to... You can't prove that it's not true.
Right. Hey, Hanky, how you doing?
Great.
Hank, I want to give you a hug. I think Jake. I think you guys should hug it out.
You guys should hug it out, bitch. Yeah.
I don't think there's any tension with us. I'll give him a hug.
You can cut the tension.
I think it's him and the world.
Stick.
Oh, you think
it's always me versus the world. It's me versus Big Cat and PFD always.
Yeah,
I have your side.
Just
Shake has your side.
I do.
It's so much worse. You make it so much worse.
I hope Jake never alphas me because I don't think I could take.
I would lose it. I'd have to quit or fire him
because he doesn't.
I can't. You can't handle.
He's
that.
such a natural alpha.
Yeah, and it just everything he says is so patronizing, but it's also very nice. Mm-hmm. He's not trying to do this to Hank.
Well, in a way, Hank, if it makes you feel better, in a way, Jake alphaed all of us when he did that. He didn't say I'm better than Hank. He said I'm the best one in this office. Mm-hmm. I'm the best one here. So really, you're unfairly taking the brunt of it because you happen to be standing next to him in the room after he beat you. Mm-hmm. But it really was directed towards everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Thank you for that, Hank.
Thanks. You're welcome.
Thank you for.
Well, to be fair, Hank was one or two people who threatened me losing that title. No one else is close.
Right, especially not UPFD.
So you're really good. You're really good in this office.
Once the tournament rolls around, I'll be the best in the office.
Whoa. Okay. This is
one
actually
here.
the greatest Play Barstool app.
Yeah.
Go download it.
$2,000 jackpot.
Whoa.
Thursday.
Whoa.
Bird MJ.
Yeah, this is crazy.
MJ.
Are you guys playing again Thursday?
Next Thursday, a week from Thursday.
You should just bump it up. And people want it.
We'll see.
Oh,
want
also,
it.
the Dozen Trivia Tournament starts tomorrow.
Yes.
Tonight.
Yes.
Monday. It's going to go live at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Jeff D'Lo did an awesome job
Yes.
prepping for all this.
No spoilers.
No spoilers whatsoever. Tonight is Team ZD against, who is it? Team
Uptown Balls.
Uptown Balls. Two fan favorites.
Yes. All right, let's get to our interview with Dan Haren. Dan Haren's brought to you by our friends at Noom. Noom is the way to feel better and eat better and live better in 2021. It's not about what you just ate, but about how you can eat in general. Noom teaches you about eating your cravings and how to build new habits. We're getting healthy in 2021. Think about everything you've ever learned about getting healthy. There's a lot of contradictory information out there, and things that like old-fashioned food pyramid aren't much help. You know how to chew, how to use chopsticks, kinda, and how to fold a slice of pizza so the cheese doesn't slide off and you get the perfect first bite. But do you really know how to eat? Noom says if you want to lose weight, it's not about one thing you ate today, but how you eat in general. It's your habits around eating. So it's based in psychology. Noom teaches you how to eat so you can accomplish your personal health goals and stick with them long term, because you don't need rules to lose weight. You need knowledge. With Noom, you pick the health goals that are right for you, and Noom personalizes a weight loss program to help your aspirations become reality. So check it out right now. There's specific goals if you want to achieve eating, physical examples, having more energy, enjoying exercise again, social examples like feeling more confident or comfortable in a crowd or social situation. All of these things are there for Noom. Noom's cognitive behavioral approach means you're not just losing weight, you're building the habits to keep it off long term, and Noom is forgiving because you're a human. If you go off track today, you'll be back on track tomorrow. It's not something that you're going to feel like it's torturing you. It's more about making sure that you make the right choices for the long term when it comes to eating. There's a science to getting healthier. It's called Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/PMT. Learn how to eat again with Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/PMT. Ready to learn how to live healthier? Sign up for Noom today at Noom.com/PMT. Okay, here he is, our very good friend, Dan Haren. Okay, we now welcome on our very, very, very good friend and recurring guest and pug owner still. It is Dan Haren. Dan, great to talk to you. Sorry about last time. That was our fault. But it's great to talk to you again. It's great to have you back on.
It's great to be on. I'm proud to be one of the oldest recurring guests on this podcast, and the last time we talked, it wasn't the best. I was out to dinner. You called. I didn't answer. I called you back, and then, I broke the news to you about the pug. You kind of made me go there. So
yeah,
I was sorry to hear that.
It's all good.
Yeah,
I'm very sorry to hear. We're a pro pug podcast across the board.
Yeah. So that was, we move on, but we wanted to have you on because we want to talk a little baseball, and we do love talking to you. And we thought you would be the perfect person to bring on. And so let's talk some baseball. I have a bunch of questions, but I wanted to start with something that's happening this year that feels like we are diminishing the allure of the no-hitter. What do we have, 5 no-hitters so far?
Yeah, we've had too many no-hitters.
Too many no-hitters. So as a former Major League Baseball pitcher, future Hall of Famer, what the hell is going on? Why are there so many no-hitters?
We should get to the future Hall of Famer part later in the podcast. But in regards to the no-hitters, I don't know. I, for one, never carried a no-hitter past, I believe, 5 2/3. I think I had one time. But I don't know, man. Defense has obviously got better with shifting. there's more strikeouts. But the one the other day was Wade Miley. I think he got 15 ground balls, 1 fly ball. So I think a testament to him being able to get ground balls and the defense being in the right spot. But as for why I don't know why there's so many. It's kind of crazy because I thought this year I think pitch counts were going to be down, innings limits were going to be lower, so it's crazy to see so many already.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, we can get a rumor going. I like to think that they just added an extra stitch, or if you just say they added an extra stitch to the baseball, that you can be like, that's why spin rate's increasing. And when you took a no hitter into you said the 5th inning or into the 6th inning, that's honestly more impressive in that era, in the pre-shift era, that you were able to get almost 6 runs with no hits. That's almost like a no-hitter right now, I would say.
It's basically a no-hitter. It was basically a no-hitter. And actually, I think it was a 5-inning perfect game, which, we had a 7-inning no-hitter by the D-backs earlier in the year. And, I basically had a 5 or 6 inning perfect game, whatever it was. So just, added onto the list of my Hall of Fame credentials that went down in flames a year ago.
Yes.
I actually,
that's Billy's fault.
All you really need to worry about, though, is like if somebody Googles Dan Haren no-hitter, you just need like a YouTube result to pop up. So if somebody can upload the first your perfect 5-inning game to YouTube and just have it say like Dan Haren no-hitter perfect game, I think that's almost as good as actually having a no-hitter.
And then after the 5th inning, it could just kind of cut to a game where like I got excited about a strikeout and or it was a complete game where I hugged the catcher. And, well, if anyone could do that, it's your listeners. So
yeah, we'll get that done. So all right, so you never threw a no hitter. Were you on a team that had a no hitter or perfect game?
Not a perfect game, but a lot of no hitters. One I saw one was pretty cool. Edwin Jackson, I was with the D-backs in, I don't know what year it was, 2010, and we had the bullpen up in the 3rd inning because he had walked so many guys, and he ended up throwing a no-hitter, over 150 pitches. It was awesome. Yeah. And then I also saw a no-hitter end with 2 outs in the 9th inning. I think Kurt Schilling was pitching against us with the A's, and someone had a hit 2 outs in the 9th inning. That was pretty awesome too.
I remember that Edwin Jackson game. So I just Googled it. It was 149 with 8 walks. I love Edwin Jackson because remember the time he got lost going to the training facility for the Cubs in spring training. That was like, okay, maybe the Edwin Jackson years are over here. What was the celebration after a 149 pitch, 8 walk no hitter? Like, do you even celebrate, or are you like, good job, dude, but also you might want to work on your control?
Yeah, that's a good one. No, and actually that night was wild too. I remember we were in Tampa Bay, and I remember we went out pretty crazy that night. I was only out for a little bit of it though, but Edwin was a great guy. It was the funny thing about that one is it was AJ Hinch's first stint as manager, and we were giving him a hard time, to be honest with you. Like, we gave him a lot of shit, and he was uncomfortable being the manager. I know that, and it sucked for him. And then he got put in this spot where Edwin had like 120 pitches after the 7th inning, and he was absolutely panicked in the dugout, just didn't know what to do. Was he supposed to let him go 150 pitches? Mm-hmm. And there was no way you were taking the ball from Edwin, though. He took it and got it done. It was great.
That is a hilarious spot to be in, because anyone would, be like, we can't have him pitch 150 pitches, but a new manager, you have to let that ride.
Yes. And baseball has changed too in that regard. I highly doubt they would allow anyone to throw that many pitches nowadays. So you got to get the no-hitters done before like 120.
Has anybody ever thrown a no-hitter and lost?
Ooh.
I want to say that's happened before.
That would be amazing.
I want to say, yeah, I actually think Pedro might have done it, right?
Jake's got something.
On April 23rd, 1964, Ken Johnson of the Houston Colt 45s became the first pitcher to throw a 9-inning no-hitter and lose. In fact, he is still the only individual to throw an official 9-inning no-hitter and lose. That article is of May 13, 2020.
Talk about, like, motherfucking your team after the game. Just, like, seriously, guys. I threw a no-hitter. We didn't lose. I mean, we didn't win.
Yeah, you don't even get to celebrate that, really.
All right, so I'm looking up, too. Pedro, I think, with the Expos in 1995, pitched a perfect game for 9 innings and lost it in the extra innings.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What a baller. Yeah.
I mean, that's an insane,
that's badass.
insane. So now do you, because no-hitters are becoming so happenstance, like they're so commonplace, do you think that the rules of not talking to a guy during a no-hitter still apply? Like what in Edwin Jackson's case, is everyone staying away from him when he's pitching a no-hitter, or are people fucking with him? Like how does it actually work in the dugout? Because I know everyone thinks jinxes are real and we don't even tweet about it, but how does it actually work when you're in the game?
I don't think it's a situation where Edwin and I are getting a Gatorade and I'm reminding him that he's got a no-hitter going into the ninth inning. I don't think that's happening, but yeah, I think some pitchers are, a lot of pitchers are different. Just some want to be talked to, some, some you don't talk to. Everybody's kind of different. I think Edwin was more, he wanted everyone talking to him. He was like top step on everything.
At what point do those rules kick in, though? Like, at what point does it become something that you don't talk about? Is it like the sixth inning, the seventh inning?
I think the turn is about the fifth inning. Once you get through the sixth, then you start thinking about it. It didn't happen too often for me, like I said, but I think once 5 complete, you kind of start thinking, and then 6, it gets serious.
I'm thinking about it right now. I don't think that I would be able to help myself in the dugout. No. Like, I would be like, hey, Edwin, good job, dude. You got a no-hitter going. I would be that guy. I don't – maybe my MLB career would be – imagine if I was like a sick pitcher, but it got cut short just because I kept on jinxing and everyone's no-hitters.
You would just literally sit next to people and just tell them, like, hey, I'm not going to say it. But I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. But it would be a shame if you gave up a hit.
Yeah. This is historical.
To be honest, you sound like a terrible teammate.
Yeah, a terrible teammate, but also kind of funny, right? Like, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah, it's funny until you like, everybody is losing their no-hitters and wants to kill you.
Yeah, then it wouldn't be
hilarious.
Funny.
It's hilarious until then. He loses a no-hitter, then he loses the shutout, loses the game, and he wants to punch you.
Yeah. In your heart of hearts, as a pitcher, if you had somebody on your team that was absolutely lights out, maybe like working on their second no-hitter of the season, or so, like a pitcher who is just like, they're putting up all sorts of crazy stats and they're throwing a no-hitter on top of all of it. Are you in the back of your head like, come on, man, you're kind of showing me up? Like, enough with the no-hitters.
Especially when a pitcher, I would just say myself, I'm not going to say generally. When I was struggling as a pitcher and I would watch my fellow pitcher on my own team like dominate start after start, and I go out and get my ass handed to me every 5 days, after like 2 weeks it gets really old to watch them. Like, I mean, I don't want us to lose, but
right,
it's hard giving up like 6 runs in 3 innings, and the guy comes out the next day and shoves, and then it happens again 5 days later, and 5 days later. At some point you're like, it's okay to give up a few runs, and like I'll feel a little better about myself,
I think that actually, yeah, I mean, it would definitely suck to watch everyone else be awesome and you just struggle constantly. I actually think you saw that a little bit with Corey Kluber with the Yankees. I think it was he had a tough April, and then he finally had one game where he went like 8 innings and pitched really well, and you could see on his face, he was like, thank fucking God I don't have to deal with like the awkwardness of being the guy who's not getting it done on the staff.
Toward the end of my career, I was a champ of dealing with the awkwardness of being the shittiest pitcher on the staff for portions of the year. I think of my time in D.C. when I would have like so many bad games in a row, and I would just hide in the hyperbaric chamber, but not turn it on just because I wanted to sleep. That comes to mind.
I can tell too. There's certain times like you're not as active on Twitter as you were maybe a year or two ago, but I can tell
I'm not.
when like triggers happen from your playing days, because I like it was a month ago I was tweeting about the wind at Wrigley, and I think you liked every single one of the tweets, being like, yes, like people need to talk about the wind more, because when the wind's blowing out, it shouldn't be counted.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, how I would, I'd be checking the wind forecast. Like, we'd be on the road in St. Louis, and I'd be pitching like 8 days later, trying to figure out which way the wind would be blowing in 2 weeks in Wrigley. Get to the field, look at the flags. I mean, I would already know it was going to be a rough one.
Yeah.
But what about from a hitting perspective? Like, as a pitcher, you get to hit in the National League. Did you ever hit a home run?
I hit 2 home runs.
Hell yeah. That must have been the most satisfying feeling of all time.
It felt really good. I I took Bronson Arroyo deep in Cincinnati, and I got Chris Carpenter in St. Louis.
I actually wanted to bring it up. The Shohei Ohtani, like what he's doing, how is it as crazy to someone who played the game as it is to casual fans to watch the guy go up, pitch like 100 miles an hour, and then hit the ball like 500 feet? Is it insane to your brain? Like, how is he able to do both things so well?
It is crazy. It's really crazy until you look at how I hit in 2010 and realize that I was basically Shohei Ohtani in 2010.
That's why I wanted to know about your home runs, because that's the buzz right now, Shohei Ohtani. And so I feel like if we get talk about your half game, perfect game, and like footage of you just walloping dingers out there, I feel like we can resurrect the Hall of Fame nomination.
I always let the D-backs pitchers know in spring training that I'm the last pitcher in the history of baseball to have 4 hits in a game.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Yeah, part of me is rooting for that the DH, the universal DH, so I could have that for the rest of my life. But yeah, I mean, 2010 I was absolutely locked in, but people forget it, they forget fast.
Dan Haren in 2010 batted .364.
Holy shit.
364, a home run, 7 RBIs. You were Shohei Ohtani without the power.
If you extrapolate my numbers, if I would play every day like Ohtani, I would be better probably than Ohtani.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only thing that he can do that I couldn't do is run, and I couldn't run that well.
Yeah, you would have had, if you had played every day, you would have had 70 RBIs that season.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's all right. Okay, put it on the list. That's a great one.
It is.
That's another great one. Speaking of the Angels, I also wanted to bring up Mike Trout. I think it's so funny, or not funny, but weird that Mike Trout might go down as like maybe outside of Barry Bonds, the greatest baseball player of all time. Like it's crazy to say. Obviously, he's still got to play for a bunch more years, but and like no one appreciates him how he should be appreciated. Like this year, I was looking at it, and he's batting .388 right now, and it feels like no one's really even talking about the fact that Mike Trout is just doing this again.
He must be 2 weeks ago, he was hitting like .430, so he must have. It's hard when you go 2 for 5 and your average goes down. That's rough. But yeah, he is the greatest player I've ever seen. I was kind of arguing with my dad. I was telling him he might be the best hitter in the history of baseball, and he didn't agree with me. But
who did he say?
Well, he's old, so he grew up in New York, so he's a Mickey Mantle guy, and the Roger Maris has the home run record guy, and so that's who he is.
But it is like, if you actually look at it, and I know this is probably a hot take to say, because saying like someone's the best ever, it's always hard to prove that, especially in a sport like baseball. But he's how old is Mike Trout?
Mike Trout is
got to be about 30.
He's 29.
29. So he's about to be 30 this summer. So let's just say he plays 8 more years. I mean, he already has 310 home runs. Like, he'll end up with, I don't know, close to 600. His career average is over 300. Like, he does it all. It's just crazy. It feels like he's getting better. So I don't know. It's just a weird thing to have someone be that good and could go down as, let's even just say, top 10 all-time player, and it doesn't feel like he gets. Maybe do you think it's just that he hasn't had the October moment? Like, he hasn't had the deep run in October?
I think it's the October moment. I think it's where he plays. He probably if he played for the Dodgers, he'd get more love. But yeah, I mean, today was Dodgers Angels. Like, it wasn't the Sunday night baseball game. Like, no, people don't get a chance to see him. And yes, he is the greatest of at least our era.
Yeah. What is it about the Angels that it just kind of makes, I don't know, when I see the Angels, just their team colors, their logo, they just seem like a boring franchise, but they are they play in a massive market.
It does look boring. It does look boring. Yeah. They're one of 2 teams in Major League Baseball that when they play on the road, they don't have what city or state they're from on their jersey. And who is the other one? Actually, it might have changed by now.
The Blue Jays.
Oh, well, yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
Is that true?
Is it true or is it a guess?
Yeah,
they might have changed.
Well, they might have Toronto, so it might be the city.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Tampa.
Oh, I forgot they had a team.
Shit.
The Devil Rays.
Devil Rays.
Yes, hard team.
Damn.
It's the Rays.
That would be great if Mike Trout got traded to the Rays, and everyone's like, he's on the East Coast now, and it just was the same. It's actually funny you bring that up because those are kind of similar franchises. The Rays have been more successful recently, but even the Rays have been to the World Series last year. They were in the World Series, like a decade ago. They've been pretty damn good and like young, fun players, and still people are like, oh yeah, the Rays, I forgot about them.
Uh-huh.
They've been good for so long now, and they don't spend any money that it's become annoying, I think, to everybody.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
It used to be like a cool story, and now it's like, Jesus, not again.
Yeah, we're going to get back to Dan Haren in just a second, but before we do, let's talk about Coors. Let's talk about Coors Seltzer. There's nothing more refreshing in the world than a Coors Seltzer. It's just a fact. Not only does it taste refreshing, but every 12-pack purchase refreshes the rivers with 500 gallons of water. Now, that's refreshing. We've got a countdown clock here in the studio. It's keeping track of how many cases of Coors Seltzer we need to drink before Hank gets to go fishing with his bare hands, catch a fish with his bare hands in the East River, the Harlem River,
Alaska.
In Alaska. So right now we've restored 12,500 gallons of river water here at Part of My Take for the rivers. Coors Seltzer is the most refreshing drink there is. Not only is it super, super tasty, the different flavors like lemon, lime, mango, they got black cherry. They're all good. It is the coldest sounding opening can that you will ever pop open in your life. When you open up a Coors Seltzer, you can already tell like this is going to be a nice, cold, delicious treat. So we're on that mission with Coors. We're going to save the rivers. The Coors Seltzer scoreboard is here in the studio. You'll see it behind Hank. Tweet us a picture of you drinking a Coors Seltzer with the hashtag #LetHankFish. For every pick, we count that as one case added to the scoreboard. So we're counting all the way up to 500 gallons. We're counting all the pictures we get, all the cases we go through at HQ. So get out there and try it. Go pick up a pack of Coors Seltzer. Tweet a pic of you with your Coors Seltzer at us with hashtag #LetHankFish, and we're going to add that to the total that we're keeping track of here. So get Coors Light and Coors Seltzer delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or with Instacart. Go to CoorsSeltzer.com/take to see where you can purchase the Rocky Mountain Refreshment. Now in hard seltzer, Coors Brewing Company, Fort Worth, Texas. Celebrate responsibly. For every 12-pack sold through 12/31/2021, Coors will purchase services from Change the Course to restore 500 gallons of fresh river water, max 5 billion gallons going through 2021. Details at CoorsSeltzer.com. I was having a debate with my buddy last week. Maybe you can help me out, give me some insight from the mind of a pitcher. If you were to power rank being nasty, being dirty, and being filthy, which one comes first?
Filthy would be first.
Okay.
Nasty is second, and dirty is third.
Can you give us a perfect example of like each of those three?
Of being who's nasty and who's dirty?
Yeah, who's dirty, who's filthy, who's nasty?
Jesus.
I should have prepped you for this.
Yeah, you should. I asked you for the questions beforehand. You'd never send them to me.
I sent you. No, I said Trout being insane, your pug dying, Lakers sucking.
And I told you I don't watch the Lakers anymore. And we didn't even talk about how tragic a death my pug had either.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
Do you want to talk about it?
Let's shift gears. Yeah, this will turn into a therapy session.
Okay.
So we went out to dinner. We rarely leave our dogs outside, very rarely, and it's all gated and everything.
Wait.
I came home and
what's your dog's name? What was your dog's name?
Bernie.
Bernie. Okay. No. All right. So
Bernie was old. He's 15, and he had a lot of stomach problems. He had so many near-death experiences. One time he fell down the stairs. He fell down, was on his side, was like running in place. He emptied his bladder, started pooping. I was just telling him to go toward the light, and he ended up bouncing back and was totally fine like 20 minutes later.
Okay. I love dogs like that. I love dogs like
that. He's a drama queen, yeah.
He is so tough. He had tumors all over the place, but he was 15. We miss Bernie because he was tough, but he wasn't tough enough to get away, I think, from the coyotes that got him back. So yeah. And my wife doesn't even know because I just told her that he had just passed in the backyard, but I had wrapped him up in a big blanket before she saw, and it wasn't pretty, man.
No. Wait. No. How you know what though? It's good that you're sharing this grief with us because now we have to shoulder this burden.
Yeah. Do you live close to Michael Rappaport by any chance?
And this is a PSA for locking your dogs up too. We're even more. We have the one pug left, and obviously we have to leave him outside sometimes just to go to the bathroom and stuff. But like we're more conscious about not leaving him out for too long or at certain times of night. So it sucked, man. It really sucked.
15's a long life for a dog.
Yeah, but then to go out like that.
I know. I'm trying to do a positive spin.
In a way, it's kind of like circle of life type stuff. What was the other pug doing did the other pug, was it traumatized?
That's what we don't know. The other pug was fine. So because there's a certain way that kind of coyotes, that they attacked according to the vet. And so the way that I found him, I knew that it had been that way. But the other pug was okay, but I don't know what had happened to him. Maybe we spooked him because it looked like it had happened pretty recently when we got home. So.
No.
I don't want to imply that your other dog had anything to do with it, but is there a chance that this was just pug-on-pug violence?
I doubt that. That they often got into little fights and tiffs, but never to that extreme. But it was. And if they were to fight, my old 15-year-old pug would dominate it. Absolutely dominate it.
Shit.
So there's no way.
So the Lakers suck, though.
Yeah, easy transition. Lakers suck. We're in the play-in game though, so that's good.
You're probably the biggest Laker fan I know. You watch every game.
He's Laker Dan. That's what we call him.
You pretty much are Laker Dan. Do you feel like last year's championship was a little cheapened by the bubble?
No, not necessarily. I think maybe this year maybe cheapened because a longer season. LA, we haven't been able to have fans in the stands really, and even now, I was looking into going to a game with my kid to a Laker game, but you can get in, but you're not allowed to eat or drink inside the stadium. So. That's like 95% of the fun for my son.
Yeah.
And also a good portion of fun for me. When I get to the stadium. So I'm going to blame it on that. But no, last year it was good. I don't know. Basketball just hasn't been the same for me just without the fans, at least in LA. So
yeah, but it was a good spin zone, pre-spin zone.
You would probably agree though that like anything less than a championship is a disappointment of a season this year, right?
But LeBron, I'm sure we won't win a championship, and it'll just be the injuries and.
Yeah,
he's never going to be back to 100%.
Yeah, he actually.
Have you ever sprained your ankle?
No, but you had an injury that was you were never back to 100%. Do you think LeBron's kind of playing this up a little bit? He's sprained his ankle, and then he's saying he's never going to be 100%. You hurt your back.
No,
and that happened.
LeBron making excuses. No chance. Come on, that's not him.
But this happened to you. A sprained ankle. Not fair.
A sprained ankle is very serious. It's like that in turf. Just cut it off.
And speaking of my injuries, the biggest accomplishment of quarantine was I finally got my hip replaced.
You did?
I had a full hip replacement. Yeah, I did.
Fuck. Wow. I remember when we were talking last, and you were like, "Yeah, I keep getting it scheduled, and then I just don't show up because I hate the doctor."
Very similar to the dentist for me, where I put it off for years and years and years. And then it comes back and it's gone too far,
Now, I've heard with hip replacements now, you can just straight up walk out of the hospital the same day. Is that what you did?
I did walk out of the hospital, but then I was barfing all night. I don't do good with the anesthesia, so
yeah,
it was that part sucked.
Did you go to the dentist?
Dude, you're not going to believe this. I was at the dentist a couple days ago to get a teeth cleaning. Now, so I had surgery. I don't remember when the last time I was on. I had surgery because I had let my gums get out of control, where they had to do a gum graft. Unfortunately, I'm going to need the gum graft on the other side, and then I have a couple root canals that I need, but they said I could wait a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and wait a few years on those, and then we'll see about the gum graft. Once I start, I'm kind of interested to see how much gums I could possibly lose on my upper left side. Like I'll be literally be able to see into my like nasal cavity, see how high they can go.
Dude, the root canal thing is not real. They do not tell you don't have to get it. I've had it. It sucks, but they tell you right away. They're like, yeah, you got to get a root canal, dude.
No, because they say, does it hurt you? And they're shocked, and they're like, no, it doesn't hurt me. It's got to hurt when you get hot or cold on your teeth. No, I'm good. They're like, all right, well, I mean, you can wait, for a little bit. And I said, okay, yeah, let's just, we got the x-rays. We did the cleaning. We're good.
So you just don't have nerves in your jaw. You just don't feel pain in your teeth.
Some people are built different.
I guess so. I like that you got it clean, too. You're basically like driving, it's like getting a car that's totally broken down. The engine is missing, but you got a car wash.
Yeah. My teeth have never looked better. They look great.
Where do they take your gum from and put it? I don't understand how a gum graft. Do you have like heavy gums on one side and light gums on the other?
No. So they take gums from the roof of your mouth, and they slice them off, and then they attach the gums to where you're missing gums on the side. So I got put to sleep for that too. Whereas like my 17-year-old niece did a gum graft. She had an issue and did one, and she did it just while awake and was totally fine. Where I had to pay out of pocket for an anesthesiologist to come in and put me to sleep for that.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably worth it. But I didn't know that your gum was on the roof of your mouth. I just always thought that was roof of your mouth. Yeah,
you have gums on the roof of your mouth that they slice it and they take it and then they attach it. They stitch it onto the side of your teeth, like where your gums have receded.
Oh,
man.
You're doing a great job convincing me to never dip again right now. Thank you.
Or never go to the dentist again. I mean, if you don't go to the dentist, there's nothing that,
just ignore it. That's true. That is, I mean, I think that's pretty much.
Like, do you want to go to the dentist twice a year, or and just be nervous, or do you want to go once every 10 years and just get knocked? You just have anesthesia all day and get everything taken care of, just like a coma for a day, and then knocked out, and you're fine.
It's way more efficient that way. I like it.
This is why men all have died like 10 years earlier than women. Because of what you just described, because I've done the same thing. I once went and I stopped them. They were doing cavity filling, and I did 2 on one side, and I stopped halfway through, and I was like, oh, I got to run. I got a meeting I forgot about. And then I just didn't get the other 2 filled, and it became root canals. So I'm in the same boat as you. It sucks.
Oh, I skipped all my follow-ups for the kidney stones.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen with my body, but I'm just assuming that it's going to work its way out somehow.
The best is when I heard
But if you don't go to the doctors, you'll never know, and you're good. You're fine.
Yeah. When I last hurt my back, I went to physical therapy for like 4 times. And then they were like, all right, so we'll see you next week. And I was like, I think I know all the exercises.
Honestly, taking care of your body is a big waste of time, unless you're a professional athlete.
Or unless you have kids, like, you got a little kid now, maybe it's nice to get that hour break and go to physical therapy. Just tell your wife it's really important. You got to,
True.
True. Telling you.
It's
nice.
Is your wife going to be upset when she finds out about how the pug died? Because
no one tell her. Everyone just chill about it. Be chill about it.
So, we're just asking everybody to not mention it to your wife. Is that the strategy here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the strategy.
Everyone just be sad about Bernie, but don't say why. He's 15. He was 15.
Yes.
We don't know. Inconclusive, right? Inconclusive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Prince Philip dying.
R.I.P.
Yeah, 99.
Sweet Prince.
We think it was old age. We don't know. Maybe a coyote got into the fucking Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, you never know. I know that. Did you ever get a response in your DMs to the Queen or to Melinda Gates?
I have not, but I'm holding out hope for the Queen. That's really my A1 I've moved on from Miley Cyrus. I realize that looks aren't all that important to me. I'm more about power. I just wanted.
What about Melinda Gates? No,
she's pretty powerful. The Epstein connections there make me a little trepidatious. I'm in wait and see mode on that. Yeah. Although she is going to have the most fun summer of all time, like her and her friends renting an island for like 3 months at a time. That is a trip I would like to be invited on.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
All right, Dan, I have one last question. I totally forgot to send you this as well. But I think you're friends with Jared Weaver, right?
Yes.
Did you see him? He was talking, I think, yesterday or the day before and I follow him, and I think he has good insight to the game. But he was saying, essentially, here I'll read his tweet. He said, "Guys and girls, I'm all for celebrating and having fun on the field, but showing someone up is a different category. People that have never played don't deserve to chime in." What's the difference between showing someone up and having fun?
Well, first of all, you're not allowed to chime in.
Fuck, you're right. Shit.
Yeah. But for me, since I have played before, I will say I do think the celebrations have gone too far, and it's something I want to talk about on Twitter, but I don't really tweet anymore. It's just too much. Like the Tatis stuff, like he's amazing, he's great, and I like the let the kids play type stuff, but it's also, I'm going to be in the minority in this and say, like, seeing like my kids' baseball teams and stuff, and how some of the kids act after they hit home runs, I don't like it. And they're watching, they're watching their idols, like I said, do it. And I think too, Weaver comes from a place where, we both played with Trout, and we kind of see how he handles his business, and that's kind of what we like to see. But, the game has obviously changed, and there's parts of it I like and parts of it I don't, and that I think it's gone a little far. There is a point where you have to kind of be respectful, I thought, back in the day where, I think that also didn't fans like when like someone pimped a homer and then you hit him in the back the next to that. Like, I feel like that's kind of gotten lost now, because, it's okay to throw your bat and to, act like a clown when you're running around the bases. It's become normalized.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think like many things, the pendulum just swings so far in one direction, and we don't find like that perfect middle ground where to me it's more about, and I'm sorry that I'm chiming in, I shouldn't chime in, but if I were to chime in, what I would say is it's more about it has to match the moment. Like everyone remembers Batista's, bat flip or bat throw. That was in the playoffs. Yeah. Like that was an enormous moment. If you're playing in the middle of like May or April and you're throwing bats like you're in Game 7 of the World Series, what does Game 7 of the World Series look like? So I think it's less about, like, I'm cool with bat flips. I think it's all great. It's fun. Players showing their personality is great for the game, but it's more about, like, it has to match the moment, and it has to be like ramp it up so that when we get to October, we see some shit that we don't see, and we see the emotion that we don't see in April. Right now, it feels like we see October energy in April.
So when it was the Nats and the Astros in the World Series, and Bregman took his bat to first base, and then Soto hit his, and took his like 2 steps further. That's awesome. That's the right time to see that. Right. I also like Dan. I like,
but like a day game in Cincinnati in April, and it seems like Game 7 of the World Series. It's a little much.
Right. Yeah. I also like that you're kind of the next generation of the old baseball curmudgeon. We need somebody coming up like that, because I haven't heard anybody kind of like stand on that table and say that it needs to be dialed back a little bit. It's good. You're actually smart to not tweet it out.
Because if you start bashing people on Twitter about bat flips and stuff, like, you get demolished by people on Twitter. Oh, this is what let the kids play, all that stuff. Like, you can't even say anything anymore. But, I'm better off just keeping my mouth shut on Twitter anyway.
I kind of, you know what we're gonna do? I think we should. We're getting a list of things that Billy Football has to do when he comes back from his internship to full-time job. I think we should make him be the bat flip police and just be the guy on Twitter who's like, this is too far, and just let everyone focus their energy on him. And then we can just maybe normalize it.
Suggest a punishment for how bad the backflips are.
Every time. Yeah. He's just like, this is not classic.
Last year, I was pitching for the Marlins in 2015, and I remember I was throwing against the Cubs, and Junior Lake, I don't know if you remember.
Yes, I know Junior Lake. Yes.
He hit a bomb off me, and he absolutely pimped it. And I literally wanted to kill him. I wanted him to die. And, like, I don't know what I ended up doing. I ended up throwing at, like, Starlin Castro or something else. Something else had happened. But, like, I do miss that about baseball. Like, I mean, I never, you kind of can police it yourself. But I understand that I'm in the minority in this, and that's just the way it is, you know?
Yeah, Junior Lake was the guy before the guys, where it was like before the Cubs rebuild was finished. We're like, ooh, is Junior Lake one of these guys? He was not. So I would understand your frustration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, Dan, I'm pulling up your video right now of your home run.
Uh-oh.
Because I want to see how you react. It's off Carpenter. Okay, he's winding up. Here comes the pitch. You hit it. You got good hustle out of the box. But you did take your time. You were milking it a little bit around the bases. You slowed up when you got to second base. You kind of realized what had just happened, and you wanted – oh, yeah, it took you 20 seconds to get from second to third base in this trot.
In my defense, I was a rookie in St. Louis, and Chris Carpenter was on that team. And, you know, maybe he didn't treat me that great in 2003 when I was a rookie. So, maybe I took my time.
That's fair.
Also, my hip was probably killing me. And so, you know, it looks like I'm trotting, but
sprint. You're sprinting.
Yeah.
You're going as fast as
that's
you
a full
possibly
sprint.
can.
That's actually a full sprint around the bases. Yeah,
a tactical sprint. I did have one last thing I want to ask you about. So Albert Pujols,
you already said that.
What?
You already said you had one last thing.
No, that was Big Cat.
I still have one last thing.
This is how it works. Big Cat will say he has last thing, and then I've got a last thing, and that'll remind Big Cat of his other last
Mother's Day with my mother and my wife and my mother-in-law. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a way? Is there a nice way to tell a player that they need to retire? Like what the Angels ended up doing with Pujols. Like, so you have one side of the fence with people being like, he deserved better than that, and then the other side's like, well, he kind of stinks this year. And what were they supposed to do? But how do you solve that?
That's a very easy answer, and it happened to me. It happened to me once in my career. You just put him on the DL. That's all you do, or the IL, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You throw him on there. You know, you got foot soreness and IL, and then transfer him to the 60-day, and you kind of forget about him, and then maybe bring him back in September, something like that.
Damn.
That's respect right there.
Yeah, that is respect.
They should have done that.
Yeah.
And when you're that age, you can just find something that you can say hurts.
Yes. Dan, thank you. We always love having you on. I know that you always are hard on yourself, but I'm telling you, like, the AWLs love when you come on. They always ask for you.
I appreciate it. It's hard seeing the list of guys you have on. It's Mark Wahlberg, it's the guy from The Office, and then it's Dan Haren. So
no,
it's tough.
No,
but I
am
proud to be one of the first ever guests on the podcast.
That's a fact.
I am proud of that.
And if everyone wants to just throw Dan a nice tweet being like, hey,
R.I.P.
it's
Bernie.
awesome having you on. Just, I throw 88. He's on Twitter. So just be like, pump him up. Let's gas him up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
All right, Dan.
I got to get back to tweeting too. I'll start tweeting a little more.
All right, there you go. There's the deal. So everyone gas him up and he'll tweet a little more. All right, Dan, thank you so much. We'll talk soon, man.
All right, fellas.
All right, see you,
man. Dan Haren was brought to you by McCain Potatoes. I love McCain Potatoes. McCain Quick Cook Fries are a new fry invention that allows you to cook fries in half the time of traditional McCain fries. Less cook time, more anything time. Cook less, do more. They cook them longer so you don't have to. No flipping required. 100% real potatoes, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. There's no better snack that you can make for yourself at home that's easier to do, that will taste great every single time, than making your own French fries. McCain Potatoes, they make the best quick cook fries that you will ever buy, that you'll ever eat. You just bake them in the oven for a healthy alternative. If you air fry, by the way, I'm team air fryer. Got an air fryer?
Yep.
Life-changing.
Same.
Change your life. Get an air fryer. And if you have an air fryer, that's the best way to cook these potatoes. They're ready in 6 to 8 minutes. In the oven, they take 10 minutes. It's still super, super fast. Check out their website. See where you can find McCain in a freezer aisle near you. They pair well with ketchup, salsa, melted cheese, ranch, barbecue sauce, or any of your other favorite dips. Intended to be a fun snack or appetizer, or a great side dish to share with friends and family. Next time you show up and you have to bring a side dish for a party, for a potluck, for a barbecue, why not bring some French fries?
Okay, let's finish up with two segments, and we'll send everyone on their way. The first up is Embrace Debate. What is the exact Embrace Debate?
Embrace Debate was DK Metcalf's last place finish at the World Track and Field Qualifiers. Was it the most impressive last place finish of any race ever run?
Did he officially finish last?
He finished last. Well, they're saying he finished 9th, Big Cat. And if you ask me how many people competed in the sprint, there were 9. So no one's saying.
Got it.
We're not talking about DK finishing last. We're saying that he finished 9th.
First in our hearts, last in the race.
Dead last in the race. Now, I will be the bigger man in the situation, say that it was an extremely impressive last place finish. He ran it in 10.37, which is fucking fast as shit.
It was crazy. I watched it, which credit to DK, because if you're a track and field person and you're like, this guy just disrespected our sport or anything like that, I didn't see any of that, but I'm just saying, if there's anyone out there.
I saw there were a lot of people saying he's going to get straight up embarrassed. Because there's an element of track and field, which is they know how fast they are, and they're like, this guy has no business.
Yeah, there's a different level of
He's going to get
fast.
run off the track, and he's going to get introduced real quick to the next level of speed. And it turns out he actually competed.
Right. It's kind of like the Canelo and Jake Paul thing we were talking about. There's a different level of athlete.
Yeah.
DK is that level of athlete. He's not like all the way that level of athlete when it comes to pure speed.
Mm-hmm.
But credit to him, because I watched. I tuned in. Like, that's track and field. No one talks about track and field except for the Olympics. And they talk about it for 1 week every 4 years, right?
They should do things like this more often. Where they
Absolutely.
Just like it's essentially pros versus Joes, but the Joes are also pros in other sports.
It was cool to see. I really enjoyed watching it. Just like by like, it wasn't like some incredible experience, but what I'm saying is it was cool seeing DK Metcalf, a guy I know from watching on Sundays, competing against guys like that and putting it all into perspective. DK Metcalf was impressive, and then at the same time he got embarrassed.
He finished last place.
It's weird because he was way better than I thought he would be, but he also was not even close to as fast as the fastest guys.
Right. It was the most. That's what we're saying. It was like the most impressive possible last place finish. I texted him before the race. I said, "Hope you burn everyone in the 100 meters and qualify for the Olympics. Good luck. Let me know if you need any tips." And he said, "I appreciate it. And if you ever want to release the real footage of what happened, me and you, let me know."
Oh,
so he's claiming that there was like some doctored footage.
I might be down.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We should actually be nicer to Hank, because he does. Hank he's got a lot on his computer that could absolutely just destroy
Remember that
us.
time when I had to have you, when I made a tape of myself naked after the George Brett?
I still have it.
Yeah, that was bad. We put up a GoPro, and I just got naked and cleaned the chili out of my ass. Fully naked, no
NFT?
shirt on.
NFT Big Cat's
I'm
penis.
actually, you know what? If I can get the money for it, I wouldn't be totally opposed.
That should go on the OnlyFans.
Yes,
One time, Bubba, I asked him to edit a video of me getting out of the bathtub. I was taking a bubble bath and reading Mike Greenberg's book for his birthday. I sent it to him. I thought that I had like shot it carefully. He's like, "No, your balls were just hanging out everywhere."
He was like, "Yeah, there was nothing." I was like, "No, I blurred out your dick."
I'm sorry, Dick. But anyway, DK Metcalf, like, he was impressive, but also got embarrassed. It also puts into perspective how incredible Usain Bolt is, because the argument is DK Metcalf is so much bigger than these guys, and DK Metcalf is heavier than Usain Bolt, but Usain Bolt was 6'5", 210. Like, and he's the fastest man ever.
I was really impressed actually with DK's like first 20 meters.
Yeah.
He was almost tied for first place after 20 meters.
Yes.
But then you get to a point where you can't maintain that same acceleration.
They look like
you
they're
slow down
you're
at a
going
much
slow
faster
motion.
rate than
Right.
everybody, because everyone slows down over the course of 100 meters.
It was cool.
He finished in last place again.
It was cool.
In a race. Good job.
All right, other segment to finish up the show, Dogecoin update. Elon Musk went on SNL. Apparently he tanked. I didn't watch.
I saw like some of the clips. Nobody in their right mind should watch SNL with any expectation ever.
But this is kind of the DK Metcalf in track and field. Like, I feel like people were like, why is Elon Musk on SNL? Well, because everyone's going to watch or at least talk about it.
It would have been sick if he had done the Chris Farley character and been like, I live in a Tesla down by the river.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Damn.
Dogecoin.
The Tesla truck looks sick.
Except you can break it with like a little pebble.
But did you see it? Like, there was live footage of it rolling around New York?
No.
The space truck? No, I didn't see it.
It looks badass.
I guess he bombed so badly that Doge went down, but
then it bounced
I'm not
back.
fucking selling
No,
because
it
it's
bounced
Doge,
back.
and it's going to take a lot more than a mere 40% blip for me to get out of this, because like my goal is just to stick around until July.
If people like when people ask what's the deal with Doge, it's pretty much one, the memes, and two, it's similar to Bitcoin, and like I would say 90% of Bitcoin's value is just a bunch of people online trying to prove a bunch of older people online that they're wrong at everything they know about like finance is wrong.
Well,
that's really it. It's like the told you so factor.
There's that, and it's also if you can convince as many people as possible that Bitcoin is legit and just get to get people to talk about it. The thing that you have invested in the technology behind Bitcoin, actually, like the value goes way up.
Right.
If you just get more people to talk about it. So,
right.
like with Doge, it's like that, but since it's based on like a joke meme, it's that like publicity is 10 times more important than any real value.
Right.
As far as I can tell, the best thing that can happen to Doge is just a famous person says the word Doge on a massive platform.
Correct.
The bigger the platform. If they say Doge, if they hold up a picture of a Shiba Inu, that's why I saw
one
my
today.
guy right here.
I saw one today.
Did you?
Yep.
Did you pet it?
No, it was walking
boop
past
it?
me. I should have taken a picture though.
But
it felt good. It felt good seeing one today.
If you come up to me with a Shiba Inu, I have to tip your dog.
Mm-hmm.
I have to pay your dog.
Wait,
some
put your
royalties.
tip in it?
Oh. No.
Oh,
tip as in.
got it.
Like just the tip.
Are you guys Twitter tipping?
No,
I'm not.
No. Is it on your? Do you have the option?
I'll open mine up.
You can. Yo, Jake, are you Twitter tipping?
Jake?
Whoa, Jake.
It's on, but that I don't want it to come across where it's like,
yeah.
all right, people are listening.
You know what? I think you can. I think the problem is that our $75,000 an episode joke has gone so far. You can't,
Mm-hmm.
but you can.
What if Jake got $5,000 in Twitter tips to get Hank a new ass?
Oh shit, that would be. What's your Twitter
My ass
handle?
is not just up for sale.
What's your Twitter handle? Yeah, it is. What's your Twitter handle? PMT Sports Biz?
Yeah. But
Okay.
like, I'm not trying to.
No. People, please tip him. Tip this man so that we can get Hank a new
Okay,
ass.
yes. It's not going to be my money.
Yeah.
That's not what I want. That's exactly.
No?
Perfect.
You wouldn't do it for the show? If it's completely safe cosmetic surgery?
I heard it takes like 4 weeks to recover.
All the money is going
Yeah,
directly.
actually, not
into
being able to
Hank's
sit is the worst thing possible.
Oh, you can't sit?
Whoa.
Yeah, and you can't be somewhere like
You're like
in New
Lieutenant
York City.
Dan.
Yeah, you gotta be
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah, okay, so you go to Hawaii.
Yes, I'll get an ass surgery in Hawaii.
And you would have to do, like, instead of sitting, you'd have to have, like, a desk that you could lay down on your belly on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd figure it out. Standing desk or something.
Yeah. Would you, if you weren't allowed to sit, but you got to move to Hawaii, do you think that you would actually like to live there? No sitting.
What a question.
Yeah, I just surfed the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
Okay, you can't sit ever. You either have to be laying down or standing up, but you get to live in Hawaii.
Obviously not.
I don't know. I think you could find a way.
I think I would end up laying down all the time.
Yeah, you just lay down.
Yeah, but the time differences, dude. Like, it would suck to live there.
What?
Right?
No,
Who's that impression of?
That's you guys.
Yes.
Is that what we sound like?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, football starts at 10 a.m. I can't do that.
Yes, I stand by all that. I stand by that. I stand by all of that. All right.
All right, so if you tip Jake $5,000,
43.
Hank gets a new ass.
99.
43.
73.
18.
8.
Hank needs a win. Come on, 43. 74.
I have an animal fact and I have a journalism fact.
Okay.
Remember, we're doing both.
Yeah, give
now.
them to us.
I thought we were doing either or.
Are we doing
Journalism
either or?
fact.
All right, journalism fact. Lester Holt was kicked out of a radio station in Alaska when he was 11 years old.
What?
It's fascinating.
His brother worked there, and he didn't work there, and I guess the people said, you don't work here, you can't be here.
I was in a restaurant in New York like maybe 2-3 years ago,
That's when you say, I love you guys.
and there was a guy that was playing bass on stage, and I was like, that guy looks like Lester Holt. And I went up closer, and Lester Holt was playing in a classic rock cover band, playing bass.
Yes, he was.
And he's actually pretty good. It was crazy.
Of course he is.
It's
What's
wild.
the animal fact?
Ghost crabs growl using teeth in their stomachs.
Whoa.
Love you guys.
Look, once upon a time, and I heard that was sucking me. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna fuck. I said my face bomb, ass tight, rack stuck up, shack light, jury on the flashlight. I feel it since last night. Hit him with that good, make a nigga act right. Broke boys don't deserve my pussy. I know that's right. Big back, pussy, never really band. Take a member, listen, I can party back and all these bitches fuck. It's big back.
sempre sabe